Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. JTA condemns alleged assault of teacher by parent at Ocho Rios Primary. The Jamaica Teachers Association JTA has condemned Monday's incident at the Ocho Rios Primary School in St. Anne, where a parent and the institution's vice principal reportedly got into a scuffle over a cell phone. A teacher reportedly confiscated the device from a grade 4 student who was allegedly using it in class and took it to the vice principal. The child's parent turned up at the institution requesting that device be handed over to her. When the demand was not met, it's alleged that a physical altercation ensued. The incident was reported to the Ocho Rios police. Disgruntled colleagues of the female vice principal staged a protest at the school yesterday, calling for an end to violence against teachers and demanded justice for their colleague. JTA President Sandra Harrison told reporters that it is important that stakeholders, especially parents, act responsibly as their actions are being observed by the children. She said adults must lead by example and show children more appreciative ways to solve problems. Ms. Harris said that the incident is another example of the challenges faced by educators in the classroom.
All stakeholders should find what allegedly happened with a parent entering a school community during the middle of the day, because it would have been sometime during school time that some information would have gotten to that parent for him or her to arrive at the school and to have engaged the vice principal, a symbol of authority within our school in such a manner. All ought to be concerned, because that is showing one disrespect. What example is that parent showing to the students who were onlooking and witnessing that episode, that authority in the school is not of any great concern to him or her?
Ocho Rios Primary VP and parent charged following altercation. The vice principal of Ocho Rios Primary School and a parent who were involved in a fight at the St. Anne-based institution on Monday have been charged. Educator Althea Green and 30-year-old Judine Greenland, a waitress at the Tower Island St. Mary, were charged with assaulting occasional bodily harm. Their case will be mentioned in the St. Anne Parish Court in February next year. According to reports, Ms. Greenland went to the school after receiving a call that her son was involved in a fight. When she arrived at the school, she went to the vice principal's office, where she saw her cell phone on the desk. She demanded the instrument, but was denied. It's further reported that Miss Greenland held onto the cell phone and a pen was used by the vice principal to inflict wounds to the woman, leading to a fight. The principal intervened. On Monday, teachers at Ocho Rios Primary staged a protest against the incident. Classes again suspended at Seaford High School as teachers continue sit-in. For a second straight day, classes at Seaford High School in St. Thomas have been suspended. This follows a sit-in by teachers at the institution who are protesting the non-payment of deductions from their salaries. The deductions include car payments, insurance, and savings, which have not been remitted to various institutions. The teachers say the situation has been happening for years. They say despite Monday's protests, no one from the Ministry of Education has reached out to them. Indicom probing fatal shooting on Law Street involving soldiers. The man shot Monday on Law Street in downtown Kingston during an alleged confrontation with members of the Jamaica Defense Force has been identified as 24-year-old Teron Hewitt. The Independent Commission of Investigations Indicom has started an investigation into the incident, which occurred in the vicinity of a Kingston Central checkpoint. Indicom says the officers involved will be required to provide a statement and/or in the office of the commission to be interviewed. The commissioner says JDF reported that a confrontation occurred between members of the public and a group of soldiers at the checkpoint. During this confrontation, one soldier discharged his weapon at Mr. Hewitt, who was pronounced dead at hospital. Indicom says no member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force was present or involved in the incident. No firearm was recovered or in the possession of the deceased at the time of the incident. The commission is urging witnesses to contact its office or by sending the photos and videos to its official WhatsApp number at 876-553-5555. St. Mary Police probing arson at Cornwall Primary. The St. Mary Police are investigating a case of arson at Cornwall Primary School which resulted in damage to the Grade 1 classroom this morning. The classroom door and a section of the floor were damaged by the fire. Quick action by the watchman at the nearby infant school prevented the fire from spreading. Speaking with reporters, Principal Brenton Pinnock said there was another attempt to burn the classroom on Sunday. Mr. Pinnock said he is puzzled by the incident, which appeared to be an attempt to disrupt the school operation and especially the development of our students. He said both fires were reported to the Jamaica Fire Brigade as well as the police. Grade 1 students had been relocated to an isolation room that was set up during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. Classes were dismissed early. A parent told reporters that she is not pleased and the incident should not have happened, but she also raised concerns about the principal, saying parents are unhappy with him and his operation of the institution. The problem is we need a good principal at the school. The principal that is here, you cannot communicate with him. We need a good principal at the school. Something needs to be done. There is no security at the school. The school needs fencing, she insisted. However, she cautioned that sabotaging the institution will hurt the community. Over 90 guns handed over during amnesty, says Holness. Over 90 guns were handed over during the firearm amnesty which ended on Saturday. The update was given by Prime Minister Andrew Holness as he addressed supporters of the Jamaica Labour Party at the annual conference at the National Arena in Kingston on Sunday. Mr. Holness again warned that persons held with illegal guns will face stiffer penalties under the new firearms law. He indicated that the police continue efforts to curb criminal activities, including use of snap breed and searches. He said persons who give information about guns and criminals will be rewarded.
We have passed a new Firearms Act, which has changed the risk-reward of possessing, trafficking, storing, or using an illegal firearm by introducing a minimum sentencing regime of 15 years to possible life in prison. The amnesty which accompanied the act came to an end midnight last. I am told that over 90 weapons were turned in with over 2,500 rounds of ammunition. Let me tell you, this surprised me. I didn't expect so many. But there are still thousands of illegal guns all across Jamaica. We went out of our way to give the amnesty and to give warnings. They did not heed it. Well, you know the Jamaican saying, if you can't hear, you will feel. Before I came, I just got a note from the police that they conducted a snap raid at 2 locations and they found a firearm and arrested 4 persons. The strategy of the police and the military will change. There are those who believe that we are only searching for firearms. No. Taking the firearm, discovering it without finding the person who brought it in or who is using it is not enough. We are going to be conducting searches, and we want to find the people who are importing, the people who are locking, the people who are distributing, and the people who are shooting the firearms. We want to lock you up for good. The police are now intensifying their search. 4 murders occurred in Jamaica. 4. 1 was by the gun. 3 by stabbings. Already, the measures are having an impact. I call upon every well-thinking Jamaican, support the fight against illegal weapons. We will be making lucrative rewards for persons who give us information for the recovery of illegal firearms and the arrest of those persons responsible for them.
Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell.